Well, hello, my loves, and happy Sunday to you. We are on another journey this week of combining paper and texture and all the inspiration that I have been gaining over the last few months and the last year. And I am so glad that you are here. I am a little under the weather, so please excuse my voice, but we will make it through this and just have some fun creating. I have gathered some papers that have all kinds of meaning and script and interesting bits, and I've put those down with my fluid map medium on a 20 by 20, 24 by 24 birchwood panel. I've got some of my stencils out now, script and numbers stencils. Those will be on sale this week, and I'm using my Liquitex spray paint in black to just give me kind of a graphic look. And I'm still on this search to find my way through to be able to get some of that graphic look in all of my work, because that's one of the things that I love. Out here now I have some Nova Color texture paste, and I'm going to be including texture paste, crackle paste, and some leftover sand paste that I mixed up from the last two projects that have had wonderful texture. This is my Utrecht gesso, which is a little bit heavier. And the reason I used my texture paste and my Utrecht gesso is because they both have a different finish. And so it gives a different look once I get paint on it. I'm willing to let go of my wonderful papers in the background to make sure that the piece comes together. So always keep that in mind. And I did try to keep some of them showing, and they do peek through here and there, and it's always this wonderful surprise that you see when you get a close-up look at a piece of art. So I'm going to go back and forth between my crackle paint, my sand texture. Right there in my tub is my sand texture, and then my texture paste from Nova Color and my Utrecht gesso. I'm trying to layer my textures in somewhat of a mountain field pattern, but I don't want to be too perfect about this. I want it to be grungy, and so it's hard to tell how it's going to look when it's white like this, but it all comes together. I wanted to include some of that crackle in the sky. I wanted the sky to be fairly neutral, and so I kept my crackle to a minimum, and that was really all that I put up in the sky, was just my crackle. All right, loves, I'm going to add a few more layers of my crackle and texture and all of those wonderful things. And then we will come back together and talk about the process and maybe some of the colors and things that I'm going to be using. So I will see you there. Okay, loves, here we are. You have been watching me, and I've explained what I've been doing so far. And it's not quite dry yet. It's almost there. So I need to let it dry for a little bit longer. But I thought I would just pop in and kind of explain a little bit more of some of the coloring. And I want to go for more of a winter feel.
And I really honestly don't know how any of this is going to look. So it is an adventure for sure. And this is my winter adventure. So from this point, I will just start adding color and creating depth. And I will be using some Payne's Gray, some fluid Payne's Gray, I believe, because I want the flow to happen. Up here, I'm going to kind of block out quite a bit of this paint, and I didn't want as much texture up here, so I just used my crackle paint and then create, because I want to create sky and kind of my landscape here. And then this will be more landscape, and I just don't know. It's kind of unnerving how this is going to look with the texture. So, you know, this is all one giant adventure always as we create. So Payne's Gray, I probably will throw in a little bit of teal in there, just a tiny bit in the sky, because really I want it mostly kind of a grayish look. And raw umber. So I will be using, where is, I've got some fluid raw umber here somewhere. Well, anyway, I'll be using some golden raw umber and probably some of my Grumbacher raw umber. Just depends how dark and deep and that kind of thing. But the fluid acrylic helps kind of get into the grooves. So Payne's Gray, raw umber, black and white. So my black and white gessos, and then some olive green, because I'm going to have a little bit of green in here. And then that's really, red. I want to do, I have to dig out my red, my Algerian crimson hue. Let's see. This is Algerian crimson hue. I want some red because up here I'm going to be using, I'm going to be putting kind of a barn seat, a little bit of a barn with some evergreens. And so I'll be using my olive green and my hooker's green, which is somewhere in here too. Here it is. Or this is sap green. I want kind of a green. I'm just trying to think what, I don't have any, let's see here. Hooker's green. This is the color I want. Yeah, that's the color I want right there. So I'll be using some Hooker's green and olive green for tree-ish looking. This is real abstract, so I don't want it to be super descript. But winter-like. So that's why I chose red barn and some greens. And then I'll bring some greens down in here, but just little bits with raw umber and gray. And I want it to be fairly neutral. So I'll have a lot of raw umber wash. And that is all. So I think that's it. I think that's that's the plan so far. I love this. My crackle is crackling so beautifully. It's almost dry and I can't wait to keep going. So that is where I'm at. And this is the adventure that I'm on. Okay. So I think I just got paint in my hair, but so today is all about adventure. This year has been all about adventure. My word for the year was curiosity, and I think I've done a really good job of being curious this year. And this project is part of all of the things that are coming together. So all of the experimenting that I've been doing. I've got to move this over just a little bit. I'm kind of at a weird angle. But all of the experiments that I've been doing are coming together. All of the things that I have loved from all of the parts of random things that I have tried are coming together. So I have a couple more really awesome projects planned that are bringing a lot of those things together over the next couple of weeks. And I can't wait to share them with you. And then I'm still finding new inspiration, so I may continue to do this for forever. Who knows? But I'm loving what it's doing for me. And it gives me a sense of confidence because I'm willing to take the risk to do these things, just like the bottom of the landscape. I don't know how it's going to look, and it's a little unnerving. And it's hard to plan out all of that texture when it's all white and everything. But I'm willing to do that because I know what it will do for me. And so I'm just excited to share this journey with you. And I'm hoping, as I've said over and over and over this year, to inspire you to take your own adventure, to take your own journey, to gain that confidence, to find your voice. And the only way we do that is by experimenting, trying things. And it doesn't have to be anything this grand or large. I have journal pages full, and I'm going to share some of those with you in a couple weeks. But journal pages full of my just let's try this. What about this? What about that? And then if I like something, then I can do it on a larger scale or something like that. So I just really want to encourage you to find your own adventure because it will bring you courage, confidence, and peace. The sense of peace that you can show up here and not discourage yourself, not belittle yourself, not tell yourself I'm not good enough, because that's just not true. We're all not good enough until we are. We just get here and we practice. And you've seen all of my projects this year maybe, and some were not so great. And that's perfectly wonderful. And I just want to encourage you to do your own adventure journey. This week, this month, this year, whatever it looks like for you. All right, my loves. One other thing. Today, as you see this video, you'll have one more day for the Black Friday holiday sale. The coupon code and all of that, and the links are down below in the YouTube description box along with the blog post link. Okay, I think that is all I need to tell you. One other thing. I use some really cool collage papers, and I think most of them are in the subscriber library, which is free if you're not familiar with it. So if I'm going to double check when I'm done, and I will have quite a few of the really cool collage papers that I have used for this project in the subscriber library. So that is it. All right, my loves. I hope your Sunday is restful and peaceful. I hope your Sunday is full of confidence, adventure, peace, and courage. Yes. All right, my loves, have a wonderful Sunday, and always, always know that you are loved.